Boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. And he's got it at the 20. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense.
Okay, ready? Tanner, ready?
Ready? They'll go to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes a grab for a big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, TCU! They put the first points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yardage.
Finds his back in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Dances away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Looking left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Flanagan.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the ball is loose. And they They put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. But got enough space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice game. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
There he goes! And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3 wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. The receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him and gets him to the ground with the sack.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A run for the quarterback. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, on 2nd and inches, the offense tried to catch the defense napping, and they took a shot, didn't get it. 3rd and inches now, you got to do the obvious thing and run it, and the defense completely stuffs you. Now you got 4th down. What do you do if you're on offense?
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Stanford! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Jacksonville State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 18 to Sam Houston. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be... He's going for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, TCU! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Up-tempo for the offense.
And that's a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him a...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him this time. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led him to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be. Quarterback making checks.
Wants to throw again. Makes him talk to the hand. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, fourth down.
And they're going to try to convert on fourth down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping... Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 7 over Georgia State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Finds his man. It's Clinton. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Flanagan. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. Slithers into space. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. To the air on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Pressure coming. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Stockton. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's
touchdown, TCU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Stanford, 28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that.
He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense. And that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point if we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Play action on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throwing right. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Stanford.
Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Gets the back moving. They want to throw it. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The throw. Touchdown, Stanford! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Uncorks one. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
And back to the air on second down. That's caught. It's Flanagan. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Might be looking to run. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On third down, he drops the throw. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You make closing arguments this time of year, and this passing attack has given them an emphatic point for the committee.
Dang right. You make those statement wins late in the season for ranking purposes, for resume purposes, and you're showing that you're a championship caliber team. Palmer, this passing attack was lethal.
And whoever they've got to play coming up now, man, their defensive coordinator and staff are going to have some long hours trying to defend this passing attack because the guys they got outside, the matchup nightmares they're creating, and how accurate this quarterback has been, they are going to be tough to stop.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Unloads it left. The short hands, it's Potts.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.